Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Survivor Radical Rally Productions. I am your main host, Jay Milligan. We are here with your icon queen of the exits and of all, Miss Julia Rowe. And today we have the first member of our jury, Miles Sukoff. Miles, how are you today?
I'm good.
All right, we know the drill. Julia, I turn it over to you.
Miles, very excited to be talking to you today. So, just starting off with a basic question, coming to this game and seeing the cast be revealed, was there anyone you were really excited to see? And on the flip side, anyone that maybe worried you a bit?
Um, I did not know a lot of people on the cast. Now I do, now that I see them in other games. So that's kind of like the first thing that like the first time I met a lot of them. Um, I don't know, but like I would say when the game started, I hit it off immediately. What was his name? Luke. Luke was he was amazing to talk to. We consider each other number ones. It's just unfortunate how we got rocked out. So I didn't really come into the game with looking at people who I want to work with, but I established my relationships early on.
Yeah, going off of that, obviously your tribe won those first two challenges. So you guys really got that opportunity to get to know each other a little bit more, have some personal conversations. So based on those initial talks, how did you feel about your tribe and who gave you the best and worst vibes?
If I can remember my whole tribe, best vibes at Luke probably. Nobody gave me off vibes because up until the merge, like or swap or whatever, like I knew who was getting voted. I knew how many votes were going on that person. So nobody was like disloyal with me. I mean, Mitch gave like his name is Mitch, right? Yeah, he didn't give the best vibes. He was like very messy and telling people that they said their name when obviously they did not say their name. Like he said, she said, but nobody there was no she said, just he said. So if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, he gave me the most uncomfortable vibe, so I pushed for him going.
Awesome. So we see in the episode that you made the decision to tell Luke about your idol. What went
Hmm.
into that decision? And do you think that revealing that info would have helped or hurt you if Luke made a little bit of a deeper run into the game?
I think it would have helped me. He considered me number one. He told me that after the game as well, and I considered him my number one. So obviously it could only have helped me. The fact that he got out early, it didn't make any benefit or like he might have like said that like someone has an idol in our tribe, but obviously not about who, and that didn't mean much because everybody has just assumed the idol was taken already. So nobody did much with that information. So I don't think me telling him had the idol like that he had the idol and him getting out early had any impact on the game. I think it would have had a positive one if he stayed.
And so during that crazy round where Luke ultimately went home, you were one of the people on the wheel
Yeah.
when Cody played the shot in the dark. So what was going through your mind during that? And how did Luke ultimately leaving affect your game plan as you moved forward?
I mean, all it was going in my head was like, Cody's a lucky bitch, Cody's a lucky bitch, Cody's a lucky bitch. 1 out of 6 chance and he fucking gets it. So that was wild. But at that moment I wasn't praying for like not me, not Luke. I was just praying for not me on the blue. I was like, fuck, that's the next worst option once it landed on Luke. But I was still thankful to be in. Um, yeah. What was the follow-up on that question?
How did Luke going affect your game plan moving forward as he was your number one?
Yeah, he might have been my number one, but there are a lot of other people that I trusted on my tribe other than the one who flipped sides to the other tribe. Um, that's later on in the game though, but everyone was still good with me on that tribe because like most of our votes were unanimous, and even if they're not, we still got back together after the tribal as a tribe. And as we saw, like mostly everyone voted along tribe lines. So I feel Luke would have done the same. He would have voted with our tribe. I don't know if he could have had more influence, or actually maybe if he did hear my name, he would have told me about that. I could have used one of my idols. I only had one idol. I always kept thinking when I almost got that second idol, I was like, oh, if I had that second idol, I would have used it right then and there, even if I didn't hear my name.
I will just say this literally, I don't know if you saw the chat, like everyone doesn't know. I messaged Ben the idol, and literally Miles got it a second after I messaged idol. So it was like a 10-second
Yeah, I saw that in
difference.
the chat. That was
I don't know,
unfortunate.
but for viewers, little something to show you. Poor Miles was so close.
So in the last round of the pre-merge, we see that you're involved in a plan to 3-2-1 out Austin, but you ultimately end up voting with Austin to send Cody home instead, 3-2-1ing him out. So walk me through that decision, knowing that
Okay,
Austin was the one who flipped on you.
I don't see. Obviously, I would regret like doing that now. However, at that moment, Cody said like he had like other things going on during that game. He was like family with dinner, kept trying to get out. I knew if he was there playing, even if he was like able to stay in the game and not leave the game, he would not be a person like I can roll with, knowing that like if like be getting all the information, I'll just be pushed aside. Nobody's gonna tell him much, and people will like just use him. I don't know, but Cody, I didn't feel comfortable. I might have trusted him if I would keep him going into the merge. I would have trusted him, but I don't think he could have done all that to save me. Obviously, it still didn't end up working. Either way, I was screwed.
All right. So in your final words, you say that you don't regret hanging on to the idol, but knowing that going into that tribal, if people stay tribe lines, it's going to be a 5-5 split. Why not play it just in case to either get to save yourself or get you guys the advantage going into a potential rock situation?
It's a great question that I don't remember what I thought in that moment. um, like I heard two names on my from my original tribe. I just thought one of them would get voted. Um, I guess I was just a random person that people thought like no idol would be used on him. People actually didn't think I had an idol, so I did do a good job at covering that up. Um, I just the most part of the reason I hate Survivor so much is the anxiety, especially having an idol. Having an idol is the anxiety. Should I use it? Should I not use it? Not just because if you don't have an idol, you just have to rely on your votes and constantly rely on your votes. But there's also a backhanding for that. Should I use my idol? Am I going to look like a fucking idiot if I don't? I always say I'm going to use my idol just to test people out instead of doing it when I need it and I need to. And I just never end up doing it. I only do it when I feel like I need to. And I didn't feel like I was the one getting all the votes. I did not hear my name. I also was in a call with people from the other tribe who were like, we just, I was like, I was talking, bonding with them. Obviously, I didn't know them before the game. They might have known other people in my tribe before the game, but I didn't think they would be voting me that soon. Also on that tribe,
Awesome. So looking back, is there anything in the game you wish you did differently minus what happened at the tribal you went home?
um, I don't. I think I got out the people I needed to get out pre-merge. The only yeah, like I don't. I might have done things that I might have regretted now, like in hindsight, but I didn't know in that moment. So I don't think I did anything wrong up until that merge where people I just got flipped on. So
Yeah, and the final question I have for you is, as we know, you are the first member of the jury.
uh-huh.
So without revealing who you voted for, can you just tell us what you were looking for when you went to go cast your vote for the winner?
I'm looking for I was looking for, excuse me, honesty, integrity. If you're gonna do something and play a certain way, you should be owning up to it and not making excuses about like I'm not a bitter person, but I could be bitter if they're lying about why I got out. That's like a double whammy for me. I would still vote for someone who voted me out. I would just wouldn't vote for someone who lied about why they voted me out because it's the end of the game. You should own up to it.
Awesome. Well, those are all the questions I have for you. I know Jay has a bunch of stuff from the viewers, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, I do. So just to get started, we have from Her Majesty herself, Queen Heart. Yes, and Julia, if
Oh, I
anyone
love
knows,
heart.
Julia had to leave for something, so I allowed this. So yeah, Her Majesty said he wants you to, and Her Majesty wants you to talk about her a lot. I'm letting you know that now. What was your game plan throughout the game, and who do you feel was the closest? And the second part is just who do you feel closest in the game? So we'll go besides Luke. Who do you feel closest with?
Um, I don't know who was trying to remember who I was next closest with. I didn't have another number one. I know every I don't know. Going into the merge, I thought I would I hit like because I was in one-on-one room with Andy. Was that his name? Andy.
Andy, yes, the other guy in the
Yeah, but
other
he
guy in
ended
the
up
other tribe,
voting me off that time. But pre-merge, who's the other girl on my in my tribe in pre-merge?
Becky.
Becky. Yes, I liked her so much. She was actually sticking her neck out for me a couple times. So I did trust her as well.
Yeah. And what was your game plan going throughout the game? Do you really have one, or
I don't know. Once I got my idol, I was like, I'm just gonna make it buy as much as I can until I need to use my idol, and I that clearly did not happen.
no, it did not.
I was controlling the votes. I was controlling the votes up until I got out. I knew who was going home every single time, which I guess is a good thing. But also, I guess talking too much might have hurt me. I don't think I got out because I talked too much. I just think I got out because I was just a random name on the minority tribe.
No, it's sir. Um, Andy asks, which of the former Ankla members did you want to work with the most? Going to merge. I will assume that you can say merger
Was
without the
Ankla my
merge.
tribe?
Ankla was the other tribe. You were Loro.
Oh yeah, I liked Andy. There was another person I was in a room with Andy when it was like a one on two, but
It was
they
either who you can describe them. I can tell you.
I don't remember what they looked like.
It's a Nick. Nick. Was it a guy, girl?
Well, now I know Nick. I'm in a mole game with Nick now.
Uh,
I don't think it was Nick. I don't remember, but it was like it was three of us on a call. It was me
Ben?
versus two of them on the other tribe.
Was
If
it
they
Bennett?
didn't,
I think it was Bennett because I
it
remember
was
seeing that
either it
footage.
was I think it might have been Bennett.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, it was me and two people from that tribe. If they hadn't voted me, like we would have worked. We could have worked together, but unfortunately they did. So, but
Okay.
yeah, I liked Andy.
That's fair. And he also has another question. When did you feel truly vulnerable, like you might be the one going home? I think I know the answer to this one, but go ahead.
When you just the way in your voice, honestly saying that like any idols, okay, I was like, shit, it might be too late. The way you just said it was like different from all. I'm like, that's
I
when it
know.
set in. Like I was like, shit, I might be getting voted. And then I saw my name. I'm like, oh.
'Cause I always do that. Like I'm so bad as a host. I'm like, oh, like Mile, like it happened. Like I'm just when
I
someone says
saw it
something,
in
I
your
know.
face. I saw it in your face. I still didn't do it, so it did not affect the game. But yeah.
No, I saw your face. Obviously, me and Miles know each other outside the game and stuff, and lives like 10 minutes away from me. So I was like, "Oh no, Miles is going out with this damn idol in his pocket." Like, it wasn't like I was trying to be a biased host, but at the same time, I was like, "Oh damn it!"
Yeah.
And like the
Oh,
entire
you don't want
hosting
to see
team,
anyone go out with an idol.
no,
I don't.
exactly. The
Yeah.
entire hosting team was like, "We're like, all right, Miles is good." In the chat, we're like, "Miles is good. He has the idol. Let's see if he plays it." And then we just see you, and never chat's like, "No, Miles just left the idol in his pocket." Like,
If I
uh,
had an inkling that I was getting voted, I would have. I really would have because it was
but
that first scramble and everything. But no, but I've never heard my name. Nobody from my tribe said my name. I thought I was like,
but
of the people betraying me, like if someone were betraying on the tribe, I wouldn't be the first one they betray. And I guess I was.
But like
I
just
don't
to go
know.
back to that,
Austin did.
you just to go back to like briefly, like why not just not put yourself on the wheel though at minimum?
Because
You really
I felt confident with the wheel and I wanted my idol. I wanted my idol. And I was really hoping for like these tribe divisions to end after the first tribal. Obviously
gotcha.
did not happen. But
That's fair.
that was my hope. It was more of an optimistic thing looking into the future
Mm,
instead of a desperate thing in the moment.
gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Um, and Nick says, how did you feel your position was within your original tribe?
Oh, I felt good with my tribe. If we would have just stayed our tribe until there was one person left, I could have been that sole survivor. Not to be
Mm,
cocky or anything, but I was good with everybody else on my tribe. I guess not Austin, but he could have went next because he was on the chopping block right before. Three people voted him, or two people voted him, and I could have just flipped to that side if we kept going to tribal.
I think that's ultimately what got us in the flip. When we do talk to him, because we don't know his current placement, we'll probably have to find that out from him though. I think because I mean it's obviously we'll find out more about that. And did you ever think about flipping?
Um, no, but I told others on the tribe that I was considering it
Eh,
just so that I wouldn't be their vote. Guess I still was.
So it works sometimes, right? Some people are really shady. That's all I gotta say
Uh-huh.
in these games. Next we have Andrew, who's your captain. Um, how did you come close to playing your idol at any point in the game?
No, not. It would have been that merge tribal. It, I would not have used it pre-merge, and I didn't need to.
All right, fair enough. And next we have a question from Austin. Um,
Okay.
it is not game related, but he wants to know because you and I both play tennis, who is your favorite pro tennis player?
Okay, I don't like people ask me that. I don't follow tennis. I don't. It's boring to watch, but fun to play. Um, I don't. I can name like four male tennis players and like three female tennis players.
We'll go with that and then say your favorite from each one, from
I
each
don't
male,
have a
each one.
favorite. I don't have a
Well,
favorite.
okay, we'll just then go ahead and just name your four and three that you know.
Um, I like what's her name?
You know
Naomi
her.
Wasaki. For females or men. Um, Probably like I only like know like three men. Um, Federer, Djokovic. I can't even name a third. That's how much I don't know about tennis, and I've been a tennis coach for 2 years. So
Yes. Do you want to say something? Anything you want to say about tennis then, just to kind of answer Hustl's question? So, something you want to say about tennis, do that, just so you don't feel it completely. I'll let Joe open that
um,
up for you.
play smarter, not harder. Just like the game of Survivor.
Okay, fair enough. And next we have a question for Luke, and he wants to know why are you so awesome?
Um, it comes naturally, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Um, I don't know. You're amazing, Luke. We already discussed in DMs that like if we ever played something together, like we got each other. Because this time around didn't work out, but maybe next time.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. You're
good.
just as awesome.
Yeah, fair enough. So, with that being said, I'm gonna leave it open for anything else you want to talk about. Remembering that we're still at your current boot.
Uh-huh.
Anything else you want to talk about that? Otherwise, we can wrap up.
If you're watching this, hi, please help me out the next Survivor game I play. I don't like being first move. Don't let me get idled out again. Or I don't
Go
like
out with the
talking
pocket.
about.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. Um,
Anything you want to say about your fellow cast? Anything?
Not without spoiling.
No, I'm saying, but no, just anything you want to say to them. Like I don't know.
It was a fun night. It was a fun day, excuse me.
Yeah, it was. It was a fun, very long day.
I think my favorite moment when I got accidentally removed from the meeting.
Oh my, yeah.
And we
So
had a
behind
whole
this,
fucking
so
detour.
okay. So here's a little behind the scenes now that Miles mentioned this. So Miles was off his headset, and I was like, Miles, we're trying to get ready for the challenge. I need you to rename yourself, and he wasn't doing it. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna rename him because he's got something going on, whatever. And I accidentally removed him, so we had to make a whole nother Zoom on Bill's account, and had to
I can't
move
no,
everyone
I
to the
it's
Zoom.
funny because I came back to you, but you have been removed from this meeting. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing. Maybe getting water. I don't know. Being,
You
I don't
no,
know.
you were on your phone on your headset. So I guess you were doing something. You took off your headphones, so you didn't hear me.
Oh yes, yes, I remember that now. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing on my phone, but definitely was distracted.
Was the question centers was were you feeding the cats? If you know, you
I
know.
was not feeding the cats. No.
No, but yeah, that was definitely stressful in the moment, but something we can laugh about now for sure. It was definitely stressful on the production side because just moving everyone from one Zoom to another, because obviously, yeah, we could not add Miles
They
back because
break
I
out
didn't have
rooms and everything.
the and I didn't have because I didn't have the setting fixed. So I fortunately now I have it fixed, so I can if that happens again, I can let someone back in a meeting because technical difficulties.
It
But
would
yeah,
have been funny when I tried to join for this interview that I was blacklisted still.
yeah, right. Blacklisted for my
Seriously.
Zoom. Imagine. um.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you got anything else, otherwise I'll go ahead and wrap this up.
Maybe I could have logged in on a different account. And that
Oh,
could have solved it now that I think about it.
if you had another account, I wish you would have told me that then.
I didn't
That's
think about it. I didn't think about it. Also, I
I,
had like the profile picture of like maybe like I don't know if it was the merge or pre-tribe of like my tribe color, the flag, or whatever. But
yeah, it was like a quote unquote buff, like a knockoff buff. But
yeah,
anyway, Miles, it's been great talking to you. It's always amazing, and As you say, you live 15 minutes away from Jeff Probst, we still haven't met. So maybe one day I'll meet you in person. You're a delight in the season. We
I
really
was in the
enjoyed
town
you.
next to you yesterday. So
We're not going to say that on live because we are not going to reveal
town next
where
to
I
you.
live. Yes, he's saying. I'm saying we can tell me what town it's
I'm not gonna
after.
say it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, because we're not really revealing where I live on YouTube. But yeah, great having you on this season. You're such a delay and you're enjoyable, and we look forward to having you back on another season or something potentially in the future. You never know what we have up our sleeves. With that being said, keep looking out for exit interviews and episodes. We are going to be finishing up this week. That's right, this week, because we have our first long game. So applications are now closing tonight. So we have our entire cast basically, and they will be playing starting on next Thursday. So tune in for that. If you don't follow us on Facebook, it's at Survivor Radical Rowdy Productions. Tune in and follow us during a long game. It'll be broadcasted live. We won't be pre-recording it, so we'll find out everything, almost nightly content there for you guys. So with that being said, we love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a good night, everyone.